Celebrity Everyday 26. If the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 wants to top the brilliant Mario Kart sequence from the first movie, choosing the right track will be key. The first Super Mario Bros. Movie was a massive hit, earning over $1 billion at the box office. One of the most eye-catching scenes is the Mario Kart-inspired chase scene, which features several in-jokes for fans of the games, such as blue shells, anti-gravity driving, and gliding. At this early stage, the plot of the upcoming sequel is still a mystery. It isn't certain that there will be another Mario Kart sequence, but this would certainly be a welcome inclusion after the thrills of the first one. Chris Pratt has teased a potential Nintendo Cinematic Universe in the future. Mario Kart 8 features playable characters from Animal Crossing, The Legend of Zelda and Splatoon, so another Mario Kart scene might be a fun way to hint at this ambitious universe. Mario's journey in the Super Mario Bros. Movie begins when he is sucked into a warp pipe which sends him to the Mushroom Kingdom. The movie also ends with a warp pipe bringing him home, so it's reasonable to assume that the sequel could also make use of this idea. Including Piranha Plant Slide would be a good way to draw more attention to warp pipes, and the sewer layout could also facilitate an action sequence that never leaves Brooklyn. The Super Mario Bros. Movie sequel could feature new kingdoms. Warp pipes represent endless possibilities for the sequel setting, and it could be fun to see many different kingdoms in quick succession. A Mario Kart sequence could start in Piranha Plant Slide in Brooklyn before Mario and Luigi are teleported to many strange places every time they go through a pipe. This would be a good way to include several tracks at once. The big Mario Kart sequence in the first Super Mario Bros. Movie is a chase scene, but the sequel could bring back the karts in a different way. Since so little is known about the plot at this stage, it's possible that there might be a scene in which Mario has to prove himself in a more traditional race. Mario Kart Stadium would be the perfect setting for a racing scene in front of thousands of fans. The big Mario Kart sequence in the first Super Mario Bros. Movie is a chase scene, but the sequel could bring back the karts in a different way. There are ways of incorporating a racing scene without making the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 a full-blown sports movie. However, a one-off competition might be a better way of introducing a different Mario spin-off game, like Super Mario Strikers or Mario Tennis, for example. Mario Kart Stadium is one of the first tracks which should be included if the sequel wants to focus even more on Mario Kart than the first movie. Rainbow Road is probably the most visually stunning Mario Kart track, but there are still a few options if the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 wants to top the sequence from the first movie. Grumble Volcano would be great to see on the big screen. It doesn't have the anti-gravity sections which make Rainbow Road so fun in the first movie, but it could be even more dangerous and exciting. Because of its foreboding appearance, Grumble Volcano could be Bowser's domain, or it could introduce the Koopalings. The massive drops of Rainbow Road could be even more terrifying if there's a river of hot lava on either side of the track. Grumble Volcano also shoots out balls of fire, which would be a hazard unlike anything in the first movie's Rainbow Road sequence. Because of its foreboding appearance, Grumble Volcano could be Bowser's domain, or it could introduce the Koopalings. The Super Mario Bros. Sequel might add Princess Daisy, but it will need to make up for her absence from the first movie. Princess Daisy has been a popular character for over 30 years, so she deserves a grand introduction. The first movie gives the Kongs a big entrance as Mario, Peach and Toad are driven through a kingdom that seems to take inspiration from DK Jungle. Princess Daisy has been a popular character for over 30 years, so she deserves a grand introduction. Daisy could also be introduced with a trip to one of her Mario Kart tracks. Daisy Circuit is the most obvious choice, but she could appear at Royal Raceway or Daisy Cruise 2, depending on her role in the story. Including Daisy could also give Luigi a more prominent role in the sequel. His character was pushed to the background in the first movie, so it could be a good time to give him a more interesting story of his own. Princess Daisy might make an appearance, but one character who looks certain to be introduced in the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 is Yoshi. The ending of the Super Mario Bros. Movie shows a Yoshi egg in Brooklyn's sewer system on the verge of hatching. This sequel could be about Mario and Luigi trying to return the baby Yoshi to its home in the Mushroom Kingdom, and this could easily lead to Yoshi Valley. The sequel could be about Mario and Luigi trying to return the baby Yoshi to its home in the Mushroom Kingdom, and this could easily lead to Yoshi Valley. Yoshi Valley has multiple paths through the middle section, which could be a fun escalation on the moment in the Rainbow Road scene when Mario and Peach have to split up as they evade the Koopa. Yoshi's role in the sequel is still a mystery, so his story might not necessarily suit Yoshi Valley, but this would be a good way to introduce the entire species in all their different colors. Celebrity Everyday 26.